All right. I think we're live. Nope. Yeah, we're live. Just one second. There we go. All right. How we doing? We're Facebook Live. Good to see everybody. Thanks for jumping in. I am super excited to share with you a 4-part series we're going to do this week. It is Wednesday. That's right. We're starting midweek, but we're going to do a 4-part series on dominating your sales, how to have a 30-day plan to really record cash flow acceleration. So today is day 1, and we're going to dive in. I got some slides for you, so bear with me here. So you are missing out on massive opportunity, big time. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to share with you some data you probably have not seen before. And first, I'm going to share with you some trending data. And then I'm going to share with you how to today at least get started on making sure you are hitting the market where you need to, which is going to help you accelerate your cash flow on the back end here in the next 30 days. So tomorrow and the next day, we're going to cover some different things that will hit the high points of what I'm talking about with how to grow your sales, how to grow your cash flow. But it starts with understanding what's going on around you. So what you call yourself and where you show up matters. And really, this 4-part series is specifically for any expert, labeled expert, coach, consultant, and really, I mean, any strategic salesperson, this could apply. So pay attention and listen up. This is really going to hit coaches and consultants the most, though. So what you call yourself and where you show up matters a lot. Let me show you case in point, all right? So if you like to use LinkedIn, for example, here is LinkedIn. And if you do the hashtag search, check out who's winning. Consulting is at 10,800 in followers. Coaching is at 15,912, all right? Notice, though, in the aesthetics of this, what it looks like for what coaching and consulting is in this platform, okay? Look at literally how this looks, like what the aesthetics of the platform look like. Look at what the conversation looks like. It's a little bit different when you compare it to Instagram, right? Check out this, though. Coaching on Instagram is crushing it, 11 million plus in followers on the hashtag coaching, but look at what it's showing you is what they think coaching is. It's a guy that's ripped, right? Totally different persona of what coaching is on Instagram. That may be for you, that may not be for you. It depends on what you're going for, right? So just be aware of what platform you're using and what it's grabbing and what it's showing the market of what it thinks you are. Let me show you another example. Here's Twitter, all right? This is what coaching looks like on Twitter when you do hashtag coaching, all right, or consulting. It shows you different people, right? It shows you the aesthetics of really nice looking professional profiles. So if you want to show up on Twitter and you want to play that game, make sure you have a nice looking profile like this, right? That adheres to what Twitter is trying to use as their brand for what they want. You have to appeal to the brand of the platform you're on too, all right? Let me give you another example. So if you want to really play the hashtag game well, and it is important, right? Why is hashtags important? If you don't know much about hashtags, or if you don't use them that much, or if you do, but you're not sure if you're using the right ones, I'm about to give you a secret tool. It's called Right Tag. You can Google this right now. Go on Right Tag, all right? And it's a great site that's free, and it tells you what hashtags for what particular topic work really well or not. And it's important, right? Because if you are, for example, a really specific life coach, we'll go there, right? You're a really specific, maybe you are a health and wellness Reiki, XYZ coach. You can't put that in a hashtag and get a lot of traction because it's so narrow, all right? You got to go where the volume is first, where the people are searching online. You got to think about where your people are searching, not where you want to be. You got to meet them where they're at. So look at the hashtags that are working, that are getting the mass eye appeal. If you look at the right column here, it shows you the eyeball, the retweet sign, and the Twitter, right? What that means is that's the number of impressions per hour that this is getting on the eyeballs, right? For coaching, 1.9 million, 16 retweets per hour, 92 tweets an hour on hashtag coaching, okay? So think about that. You want to have some big funnels that you can get and make sure people are going to find you in that world. But then you also want to use some more niche hashtags within that to go after that, but then grab people with your niche. You want to use both. All right. So check out this site though. It's really helpful. Check this out. This is Google. Okay. What you call yourself matters because people are searching for something specific, right? If you want to compare, what do you call yourself? If you want to call yourself an expert, a mentor, an executive mentor, a management consultant, or a coach, look at what's trending best on Google. This is the last 12 months on Google, all right? This is just the United States. Look at what's winning. Coaching and management consulting are pretty much tied, give or take, right? The others are not. This is YouTube on Google. Big difference. You see this? Coaching, people want to learn what coaching is on YouTube. They're looking for how-tos or information. What is it? What does it look like? How you do it? Coaching is crushing it on YouTube in the United States. And if you want to think if that's a huge gap, look at this. This is worldwide. Worldwide on YouTube, people are extremely interested in coaching versus the other three, okay? So what am I trying to tell you here? I'm trying to tell you that, well, one, it's no longer the big eats the small. We're not in the 80s and the 90s anymore. We are in the 21st century, and we are not even in the 2000s. I'd say 2000 to 2010 was like the information internet age. We're actually past that now. We now have so much information that we are in the recommendation age. And it's no longer the big that eats the small. It's no longer the big companies that eats the small. It's the fast. It's the fast that consume the slow. Got to be about speed now in your business. It's more, the most important thing is speed. And the problem though, as you just saw, there's so much freaking opportunity, but there's a lot of noise. And you have to think about, do you want to be a local mom and pop shop? Do you want to be catered to the local market? Do you want to play in the online space in the United States? Or if you saw global, there's a huge global marketplace potentially for what you do, especially online. Look at those numbers. They don't lie. Just go to Google Trends, go in your industry, and you'll get the data. It's there, okay? But there's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise, right? So the reality is if you're running a business and you're not really where you want to be, it's most likely a credibility problem. Your problem is credibility. No one knows who you are, and no one really cares, right? Because you don't stand out yet, and you're not a credible source in the space. So how do you fix that? Well, you got to have a perfect message to market match. You got to have a perfect message to market match. You got to know how to speak to the ideal clients that you want to serve in the way they want to receive your information, not what you want to say, not what you want to portray as the value. You got to reverse it. This is a humble ego moment. You got to learn what the market wants, not what you want, right? And when you learn what the market wants for your specific expertise, the quicker you are able to get that data, we call that market feedback data in our advisory firm, we call it market feedback data. You got to get market feedback data on what your market wants from you and how they want it too. And they'll give you all sorts of clues and really the exact information you need, which can totally game change being in the middle of the sea of what we call the sea of sameness. You'll get out of the sea of sameness and you'll stand out right away as a credible source when you start showing up and putting out great content and showing what you know, not telling what you know, showing what you know, and also showing your results. People buy results now, okay? People want to know, how do I get to point B the fastest, right? I want it now. You got to show up and you got to communicate effectively. You got to frame your advice the right way. So here's a little exercise for today. Real quick, before I get to that, 2 things I want you to know and write these down, all right? 2 definitions. Marketing is an assessment. That's what we're talking about right now. We are assessing the market. We are assessing the market. That's what we're doing in marketing. Sales is a consultation towards a specific recommendation. You are the expert or the credible source, right? You're giving a specific recommendation because you know it really well and you know exactly what someone needs to do step by step because you've done it before, right? This is what you want to show your clients in your marketplace. Write those two definitions down. So here's a little free exercise for you to do to start figuring out how to stand out and know where you need to play in your market space. You need to start out by, before you play the game, you need to read the instructions and you need to study your competition, okay? You need to know who you are and you need to know the other players in the space that you're in. This is how you do it. It's real easy. It's not that hard. It's easy. Just do this, all right? So first, write down your top 5 competitors. There may be 100 or 1,000, but just write down your top 5 that you think are your top 5. Go on their website, sign up for their newsletters and their offers, and start to see how they message. What do they show that they think is important to the market? What is their value proposition? What are they offering in their services and their products? And start to study, compare, and see what they're doing, right? Do you agree or do you disagree with what they're advising on? If you find that you are agreeing with everything they're saying and there's no different part of what you do, you might have a differentiation problem. You might have your lack of solving a bigger problem, which is what you want to do. Whoever solves the biggest problem is going to win, all right? So this is going to help you figure out where you stand today in your business plan, in your business strategy, if you start to ask these questions and do some homework, right? So here's some questions for you here. Hope you got that. Screenshot that or just press pause if you watch this on the replay. Here's another set of questions. We covered this, by the way, a few weeks ago on a marketing live. But these are really, really important questions you need to ask yourself and start to get the answers to, okay? And some of this is self-study, and then some of this is market feedback study. So for example, if you have clients right now, do this tomorrow because today is almost over. You have time today, still do this today. Go ask your clients, why did they buy from you? What was the key thing that you showed them? What was the thing that they were like, man, that was incredible. I got to have more of that. What was it, a life circumstance they were in? Was it something that you said? Was it something that you showed them? Figure out what were the key things that they saw that they bought from. That is your secret. That is your answer for how you should be messaging your market. Now you're going to get different answers depending on who you ask, but you start to take in all those little pieces of the puzzle, and that's going to help you create your perfect message to market match because you're literally getting the market feedback from them, not what you think, but what they think on what they see your product or service do for them. And that's how you're going to frame and message what you do, all right? The faster you can get control of this, the faster you're going to be more effective in your communication, online, offline, coffee shops, networking events, wherever you go, phone calls. Like the faster you get tight with this, the faster you're going to close more sales, the faster you're going to accelerate your cash flow. So come back tomorrow for more. I hope that was helpful for you. And if you would like, we're going to offer this throughout the series, but I have a free guide. It can tell you right now on the spot, if you were to look at your current business and where you're headed for the rest of the year, how you're going to do with your profit for your business, I got a free profit assessment guide. Just shoot me a message in the comments, say profit in the comments, or shoot me a private message and I'll give you the guide for free. You can take that whenever you have some time. So see you tomorrow.